In keeping with the theme from my last unscripted video, I'm going to be going over another story that likes to make the rounds on Christian Facebook users' walls. It's entitled The Little Girl. Sometimes it's called Held by Jesus or And the Little Child Shall Lead Them. That's because there is no attributed author. No one knows the source of it. It just gets posted from time to time by different people with different names. It goes like this. There was an atheist couple who had a daughter. The couple never told their daughter anything about the Lord. One night, when the little girl was 5 years old, the parents fought with each other, and the dad shot the mom, right in front of the child. Then the dad shot himself. The little girl watched it all. She went to a foster home. The foster mother was a Christian and took the child to church. On the first day of Sunday school, the foster mother told the teacher that the girl had never heard of Jesus, and to have patience with her. The teacher held up a picture of Jesus and said, "Does anyone know who this is?" The little girl said, "I do. That's the man who was holding me the night my parents died." Now, again, this story has no attributed author. We don't know the source, so we can't verify its validity one way or another. It could be something that somebody actually believes they saw, or it could just be a fluff piece written to make you feel good. Either way, the story is based on the premise that the picture that the Sunday school teacher held up is an accurate representation of what Jesus looks like, if he existed at all. I find that interesting because, from everything I can tell, all of the images I've seen of Jesus over the years follow the same rules, the same basic descriptors. Tallish, white skin, beard, long hair. Those things are what you have to have in order to portray Jesus. And that's pretty much evidenced by nearly every single person who's ever played Jesus in film. I was just going through the list, and it's astounding. They are all white men, sometimes blonde, sometimes with blue eyes, and none of these things would have existed 2,000 years ago in the Middle East. Most of these traits seem to come from the Shroud of Turin. Now, the Shroud's already been proven to be a forgery. It's not real. It is not a miracle. It is not a relic. It was falsified. It's been reproduced. So we'll just toss that one right out the window. There is no argument for credibility based on the Shroud of Turin anymore. But if all of these stories of people seeing Jesus coincide with the physical description from the Shroud of Turin, what does that say about all of these sightings? Well, it says that people's subconscious is easily affected by popular culture. People see what they believe in when they hallucinate. Did this story actually happen? I don't know. Could it have happened? Sure. She could have seen someone comforting her. If it actually happened, this is America. No matter how adamant atheist parents are, there's no child who doesn't know who Jesus is. Not in this country. There's no child who doesn't know what Jesus supposedly looked like. She could have been affected by people she went to school with, telling her that Jesus was a protector, a good man, a kind man who looks after his flock. And in that moment of desperation, her mind could have snapped. She could have seen someone who fit these descriptions. That is not impossible. However, even if it is true, the man she saw wasn't Jesus. It couldn't have been. This is what people back in Jesus' day looked like. They weren't white. They were brown-skinned. So, if you're one of those people who says that you had a personal experience with Jesus, that you saw him come to your bedside in the hospital, or you nearly died and you went up to heaven and you saw Jesus there. If the man you saw didn't look like this, then one of two things happened. Either a complete stranger who somehow, coincidentally, matched your mental image of what Jesus looks like, snuck into your hospital room and sat down next to your bed and started comforting you, or the more likely option, that your personal relationship with Jesus is really just a personal relationship with your subconscious. Thank you for watching Our Godless World. If you liked this video, please comment, rate, subscribe, and share this video amongst your friends. Until next time, keep thinking critically.